So last weekend, my wife decided it would be a good idea to expand the family and go get a pig. So I know a lot of you have been waiting to meet him, and here is Truffle. Currently, we have him in our dog's kennel where we keep her when we're not home. So today we're going to try and make some room and build a pen for Truffle here. Truffle, say hi to everybody. Say hi. Alright, so we're gonna start out over here trying to get the rest of my stuff out of the garage and into the barn, and then start working on a cage for Truffle. Alright, got everything cleaned out of the corner. I think next up, well, I got the four-wheeler and trailer out. I'm gonna go clean up some of the remnants of the deck project and then start planning what we're gonna do for a pig kennel. Right, so I kind of got an idea how I want this pig kennel to go. First up, we need to cut some 2x6s up and see what we can start framing up here. Alright, got the wood I need cut up for at least 3 sides anyways. Next up, we'll go get some metal fencing and start putting this together. Alright, so we've moved into the garage here where I actually have some light and some heat, which I did not have out in the barn. But we're done with the messy part for a little bit here. So first up, I'm gonna mark stuff out here. I'm gonna mark about 1.5 inches off of each end so I can put the wire where I need it. Leave myself a little bit of overlap for each corner, and we'll put down the wire and then a couple of the framing pieces in there and get a wall done and move on to the next couple from there. just using, got a 18 gauge nailer, also does crown staples. I'm just using that with crown staples to hold it in place. If you didn't have that, wire staples, you could just pound those in, would work just fine as well. So there you have it. I got one wall down. I'll do this 2 more times, and then we'll put these 3 walls together and figure out what to do on the front. Alright, so we got all three of them done. Now we'll put those together and take a look at what we want to do for the front to make a door so we can get the pig in and out. So next up here, we're gonna screw these corners in together. I'll give you guys a closer look at that, explain the 1.5 inch that we set the bracing off, and figure out what we're gonna do on the front. Alright, so there you have a look at the three sides. Let me show you the corners here. By doing the corners, setting these 2x6s 1.5 inch off, it just gives me two different directions that I was able to screw into. Makes that pretty strong. We did put the wire on the inside so the pig couldn't push out, but got some pretty strong corners built it all out of 2x6s because that's what I had. Next up, we got to figure out how to build a door and close off the front. All right, so my wife came home and decided that 5x5 wasn't going to be big enough. So I went ahead and built a 7-foot wall for the back of the crate. Beauty to the modular design is that that wasn't the end of the world. Used the 5-foot section on the front up here. Next up is I need to figure out how I want to do the door and get that built and hung, and then I think we're pretty much done. So there you have it. We have completed the kennel for the pig. For the door here, I just put some corner brackets in, put some hinges on, and a latch so that will open and we can keep the pig in. Probably make a couple adjustments here and there as he tries to break out a couple times, but we'll give it a shot and see how it goes.